Yo, what's up, Hollow Cult? Happy Wednesday. We are back.
So let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, make sure you like the live if you're just hanging out in here. Subscribe to the YouTube and all the other stuff that we do. Make sure you hit the bell so you know whenever we do all this good stuff. My net's still not fully functional. Should be this Friday as of last time I checked. So hopefully we can get that taken care of. But hey, it's Wednesday.
And then it's full frontal assault from the Hollow Boys.
Frontal assault.
Let's go.
Everybody's already kicking off in the chat. Awesome. Yeah. R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman died?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yep.
Didn't see that one coming.
Was there a pun?
I don't know. But I wouldn't have known if he was alive or not anyway. So.
Well, he's not now.
No.
What's new? What is new? They're hashtagging FFA for full frontal assault. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's close. Boom. Quincy and STL. That's close to us.
Yeah, it was miserable last week.
Yeah, I go to Quincy every once in a while for work. It's not that much fun. See, Brother John's been up that way too.
Oh man. Funeral service for Pee Wee will be held in the basement of the Alamo. And inside that giant brontosaurus, wherever the hell that is. Oh man.
So anything weird going on, Steve, that you've caught?
No, not really.
No?
Like I said, me being out of the net, I can barely get anything to run at the house.
Yeah, that's true. I understand that. I've been hella busy and got some things to take care of this week, so
yeah,
there's that.
Per usual.
Yeah. I did well. First off, rewinding back to this past week's episode. Bet all of you didn't see that one coming.
Everybody dug it. All the feedback has been positive.
I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you. I was waiting for a bunch of just low blows.
Vampires, really?
Yeah. That's it. I've had it with these guys. Crossed the line.
I love it. No, it was a banger.
It was fun, man.
Banger episode.
I didn't anticipate it on it being that much fun.
Made me want to dive into all things vampire. Like I said, I bought a couple books and just flipping through one of them. It's it's
awesome.
Awesome.
It's extra weird, which is right up our alley.
Yeah. Might have to put something together with that.
Yeah, I dig it a lot. Like I said, I've always been into that. Everything. Nothing's too far to me to dig into. You know, I'll literally pretty much entertain every thought that's out there. So do with that what you will.
I'll change my name to Darth Vamp. Hell yeah.
Good. That does sound about right.
What else we got going on? I got another Weird Shit Fall from the Sky episode dropping Monday. That was pretty cool.
Appreciate you, Thomas.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Much love, man. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, I ain't really been. Oh damn,
Oh,
John.
John coming in hot.
Oh yeah.
Brother John killing it. I mean,
Killing it.
we would have one hell of a team if we all decided to go actually hunt vampires.
Yeah.
That would get interesting really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how far we would actually make it, but we would try.
I'm not very fast, so I would just have to probably just wrap my entire body in cloves of garlic.
That'd probably work.
Yeah. Soak the locks in holy water.
Well, damn, Darth Squatch is in here too. Let's go.
Thanks, brother.
Everybody's down to hunt vampires. That's awesome.
My little brother said he'll hang from a bridge by his toes. That is
Dylan trying to be a vampire? Is he trying to like lure vampires in?
Maybe.
Is that what that is? He's like, hey guys, check it out. This is a good place to hang out.
Chasing mound builders. My encounter was in Centralia, which is fairly new or fairly near you guys, so they are around. Yeah, that is correct. And we have there are some weird goings on in and around Centralia. There was a guy that we both went to high school with. He was a year older than me from right here in Jerseyville, Jared Hanna. And he went missing in July of 2011, I believe. And he is still missing to this day. And the circumstances of his whereabouts are pretty strange.
Iffy at best.
Yeah. Let me double check, make sure that's in Centralia.
Man, wouldn't that be an unforeseen turn of events?
Yeah.
Related to vampires.
Well, there were, I know, you know how all these things go. When someone goes missing, Centralia is not a very big place in the grand scheme of things. And there are a number of men missing or found deceased in this general area. Yeah. Especially for the amount of people that were there.
Hey Paul, thanks for stopping by, brother.
Well, my internet's not working per usual, so I'm fairly certain it's in Centralia, but again, there are multiple men and probably maybe women that went missing and end up either never being found or found deceased. There are rumors, of course, nothing substantial, but there is an area on the road where Jared went missing, and it's called the Devil's Playground. There are rumors of like Satanism and cult activity and all sorts of things there. So it could tie in. Yeah, it is in Centralia. It could tie in to possibly this vampire encounter here.
Speaking of, I forget what you just called that, but because my mind started to go down a different road, quite literally, just had a buddy reach out. Long friend of mine. His name is also Kyle. So shout out Kyle if you're listening to this. But he did tell me about a road out by his house that vaguely sounds familiar. The road you and Brandon and them went down. But apparently it's called Hell's Road out there. Thank you, Laura. We appreciate that a lot. Is that the road you guys dabbled with way back in the day? Hell's Road?
I don't know the name of it, but I feel like that would have stuck out in my brain.
Let me send you the actual road. It's not the actual road name. It's just it's of course what they call it. I've been meaning to tell you about this, but I keep forgetting.
I would have to ask Beef because I could not tell you where exactly that was or how to get there. Mark, no, it's Centralia, Illinois, Not Centralia that's on fire. But while he's looking that up, back to all the missing people in Centralia, Illinois, they so Jared goes missing. They find his truck. They don't find him anywhere. A couple months pass by. They find his backpack and his wallet in a field there where a previous body was found beforehand, which is kind of sus considering that Centralia is not that big. And there's all these, I think there's 5 or 6. I don't know. I keep thinking about doing an episode on it. I know it's really true crimey, but it's bizarre. It is bizarre that this many people,
that road's called Snake Road.
which is also creepy,
Yeah.
kind of.
But I guess everybody out that way, which he lives out past Shipman, I think. Pretty sure that's where that is. I think it's Shipman. But yeah, Snake Road. I guess apparently everybody out there just calls it Hell's Road, whatever it is. And they always report seeing super strange things happening. There's another tale, which could be the same one that you've told me about, but he was breaking up real bad because he was driving the back roads out there. But if I caught it right, it was another one of them tales where if you park on the bridge and turn your car off, and I think he said put it neutral, you'll get pushed off the bridge. You'll hear babies crying out there around the bridge, all types of weird shit.
I guess we'll have to go.
That's what I'm saying. I figure it'd be pretty easy one night just to drive around out there because it's just the road. Like apparently the whole road is crazy, and a bunch of people report seeing, which they make it sound like it's somebody's dog, but they say this thing is huge, absolutely huge, and it's a jet black dog. And Kyle's like, I have no idea what dog it was or what kind of dog it is.
Creepy, but I'm here for it.
John knows where it's at.
Hell yeah, John, we going?
Need to start buying some cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm half tempted to go out on the road where they found where all those people went missing, just to go and poke around, just to see what see what's up.
Well, we've got one GoPro. We probably need to invest in a real camera, at least one. So we got a couple different options there. We'll just duct tape all the cameras to Brother John and Dylan.
Yes, then yep, boots on the ground.
Yeah,
boots on the ground.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that here of late, about going out to doing that road.
Yeah, that would be cool. We need to go back to X.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a team together and go to X. Get a couple cameras. Once again, get some night vision cameras. And go do it. Because I'm down.
Same. I'm ready for the next big head turner, big spooky shit to consume my existence for a while.
X will probably be that for us. I'm sure with all the things that we've heard about it, from Ghost Hunter Dave, it sounds like it doesn't typically disappoint.
Yeah. And Dave's been to all the biggies in Illinois. He's been to Mantino before they started tearing it down. He's been in revamping it. He's been to Bartonville before they tore it down. He's been to Bachelor Grove. He's pretty much been everywhere. And he said X was a whole different beast in itself. and it's a very very unsuspecting cemetery. It's just like every other cemetery that's dotted around small town Illinois. You wouldn't ever notice. You would never know.
No, you drive by like it wasn't even there.
Yeah, and it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it's away from everywhere. And the fact that the police patrol it kind of says something for the area. It's drawing people out. They're trying to keep people out. I don't know. It's weird. It is weird.
Welcome, Laura. Glad you found us.
Welcome. But yeah, and that was during the day when we went there.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yes. I hope that's what happens. Whatever the watcher is steps through the portal.
It's
and
DMX.
He starts barking like DMX.
I just hope that it is DMX.
Strange Road, what's up? Saw Bigfoot Society in here.
Yeah.
He's killing the game. Good to have you, Jeremiah, if you're still hanging out.
Yeah, brother Josh is in here.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm that's exciting. I'm stoked to get that put together and get out and get some boots on the ground. I know I watch Josh's Gates spinoff Expedition X and their season premieres tonight. And I've been watching little
oh, nice. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, little he's usually not on it. He's usually like in his office, and he has these other two go out and do all these paranormal investigations and whatnot. But he's there investigating this evening well, not this evening, but that's where they recorded at some asylum in Detroit, and it looks like it's getting pretty interesting.
Why didn't they just hire us?
I don't know. I tried it. I tag him on Twitter all the time. I'm like, and on TikTok.
I figure we're probably going to be way more interesting than most of those yahoos.
Yeah. I mean, look at us. We're
unprofessional. That's what people like. They like unprofessional.
Untapped potential.
I like that too. That's why I didn't like one particular show, because they were too professional, and I don't like that. I like chaos.
Same. Stop running. That's my favorite Ghost Adventures line of all time. Stop running. You ain't got to worry about me running. All I got to say is if that watcher is chasing me, he better be gigantic and very hungry, because I'm not trying.
I'm not going to be able to run either.
Just not going to do it.
No. That's physically impossible. I'm way too out of shape for that.
I'm just going to point the GoPro at him. Say, you can get it too.
And then just throw the GoPro at him.
Oh, Chasing Mound Builders is like got legit vampire hookup.
Like legit, or somebody who says they're a vampire?
I mean, you don't have any reason not to believe them. Huh?
No, I'm with it. I just, you got to clarify.
Guys, I can contact the one I encountered still if you want to meet him. Maybe he would.
I mean, we're always down for a vampire interview.
We could call it Interview with the Vampire. I feel like that's been done before.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Darth Squatcher, I don't need to outrun the creature. I just need to outrun you guys. And you will.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah. That's definitely going to happen.
Guaranteed. Because why? It wouldn't be interesting.
I'd rather just be like the Indian dude from Predator. Billy. I think that was his name, Billy. You just pull out your 4-foot knife and cut your chest, and then just stand on a log and get ready to fight. Much rather go out that way, because that way you're remembered. You're a badass because everybody's gonna be like, "Did you see what he did? He
I
fought. He
mean,
tried fighting that thing. He lost.
even the
That
Predator
that
took a
crazy
minute.
sob.
He took a minute. He was like, "Damn,
Yeah, he was impressed. You
damn."
have to be impressed. At the bare minimum, in your head, you might look at me like this guy's a joke, but you got to be like, well, he's got some cojones on him. This guy knows what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't. That one right there. I don't
Mm.
know if peeing on the ground will be out of dominance at that point.
You have to make some kind of stand. Me and Dylan were playing DayZ one day, and we were stacked up. We'd raided a military base, and we were ready to go. We come across this dude that's wandering by himself, just logged in, didn't have anything. So me and Dylan surround him. Got our pew pews on him, and the dude in game takes off his pants and throws it at me. I said, "You know what? I can respect that," and then we let him go.
You have to at that point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know you want to live if you resort to using your pants as a weapon.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be impressed. Like, I did not see that coming.
Garlic lotion, garlic-based lotion. I feel like there's an untapped market there.
I don't know if there's gonna be much of a market. I'm gonna be honest with you. But in the name of hunting vampires, you have a different argument.
That's true.
So, I mean, it's all about marketing at that point.
That is true. Pretty much the whole
Maynard, that's dirty. That's dirty, Maynard.
I read it and I was just if you know, you know.
Right. Oh boy.
Pretty much all the paranormal world's been consumed with the alien and UAP disclosure hearing.
Yeah.
Still, they're all still talking about it. Like that's everybody's go-to at this point. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is everywhere. I was gonna slightly bring it up only because I not that, but the episode I briefly listened to the other day, and I was telling you about it, how this guy thinks that they're us from the future and they're coming back to get genetics from us because there's something wrong with their genetics in the future, so they have to come back to. Which, I mean, that's a cool storyline. I just don't know that I buy that.
I just think they're going to be real. Like I posted on Facebook, I shared that little quote that just took off. People have been sharing it all over the place. But it's like the aliens are going to be real confused when they come down and let us all know that they're going to overthrow our government. And then we're all like, all right, we're down. Just say when.
It is pretty factual at this point. That's pretty factual.
What?
I just like the idea of there being the possibility of others out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Burton.
Thanks, Bert.
The donation.
Yeah,
because there's just too much. There's too much out there, man.
It was funny because my work partner, he's not into any like too much paranormal stuff, but I was sitting there watching the hearing last Friday, the little bit that I did, the 30 or 40 minutes. And ever since then, every day he comes in, he's like, man, he's like, yeah, I don't know what you've unlocked. He's like, but I've been going home, Ancient Aliens on Hulu. I've been watching it nonstop. We were sitting in the truck today and Jordan pulls up Ancient Aliens and he's watching it. I'm
Good
like,
for him.
I'm like, you're in deeper than I am, bro.
Yeah, I don't watch it, but I would maybe if I had TV in a lot of time.
Yeah, he just kept going.
Either, so
he kept going off on all these tangents and shit. And I'm like, maybe I need to dive into that a little bit because I can't even keep a conversation going.
Well, that's the thing is there's so many really cool topics out there. It's just you got to have the time to really bite into them because some of them some of them you can, last minute research the night before because that's about all the information that's on them. But then there's other topics that require a significantly larger amount of dedicated time because there's topics that are so cool and so interesting that you don't want to do it, any harm or justice by just half-assing it.
Yeah, just spitballing it. I feel that.
Yeah, so that's why some of the longer ones we haven't got around to because it just takes time to put these together in the background.
Oh, check Verge out. Spoke with a retired engineer for a top secret program this morning. That's
Good.
dope. That's dope.
Hopefully he can hook us up.
No NDAs, hopefully.
Trade the 07 Cherokee for a UFO. Just let him know that's on the table.
If they overthrow the government, can we place bids on the individuals who want to see squashed? We can make a shit ton of cash. That's what I said. I said as long as they eat the politicians first, I'm cool.
Man, I'm not trying to be eaten. I can tell you that much. I'd rather be, once again, my Predator reference. I'd rather go out like that than know I was going to be eaten. At least by Predators standing, I would be a trophy. Like Kyle was a worthwhile opponent. I'm going to mount his head on my wall.
Oh, that's. Did you see what Verge is saying, bro?
No.
It says I can't seem to post the name. It blocks me immediately. That's crazy.
I thought you already did post it. I saw a couple mentions earlier.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it the same one, Virgil? Ends with works. Works.
Colleen said she can't post it either. Well, joke's on the people monitoring my internet because my internet doesn't work that good.
They can't monitor us because your internet's too slow.
Yeah, they're probably listening to the night shift from about 3 months ago at this point.
Probably. I want to talk to some top secret fools. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep. I just saw that.
Yeah, Virgil, I saw it earlier when you spaced it out. But who knows? Maybe they're on to you. Maybe they picked it up and they're like, no. Send some top secret fools our way.
I saw that another big content creator in the paranormal world, Ryan Sprague from Somewhere in the Skies, just posted that he got his YouTube demonetized.
Well, that's not surprising.
They're just banging them out.
And that's which is so weird.
Just a UFO guy. Like, he doesn't even talk about anything controversial.
Right. Well, that means we're extra screwed because
we're just not big enough for anybody to notice.
That's what it is. But I'm saying if we ever did get to that point,
oh yeah,
then we're screwed. Yeah, we're screwed. We'll have to solely rely on like Patreon and just the normal podcast. YouTube will basically be just like an added bonus.
Yeah. Especially since they're going after everybody.
Yeah. And then, dude, that's the way of the future. Whether we want to admit it or not.
Like I said,
censorship is here. We already lost that fight, whether you want to admit it or not.
Wendigoon's Conspiracy Iceberg got hit. Lore Lodge's episode on Bohemian Grove got hit.
Wendigoon.
Yeah, that dude's monstrous.
Oh, really?
He's got like 2 million, 3 million subscribers.
Oh, and he got smacked down?
Yep, on his Conspiracy Iceberg.
Oh, man.
And only one tier of it. He broke it down into different, like, I don't know how many different ones, but there's only one specific one.
So, like, there would be different videos for each layer, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because you know those icebergs where like tier 1 is the tip of the iceberg, and it's like your intro into conspiracies, and the further down you go, the more fucked up And deeper you
Why would
get.
you give a shit about that? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't understand. I understand like people's argument when it comes to, oh, well, you know, Steve selling the idea that a hot dog's a sandwich and it's not. There's that whole idea that you shouldn't be able to put that information out there because it's wrong information,
They say that
right?
it's the algorithm. You say a
Oh,
certain
really?
word and it
Well,
boom.
suck it. How about that?
That's probably on there.
Good.
That's probably
But
on there.
but like I said, I understand that you think that that's the way that it should be, that you shouldn't be able to put certain types of information out there, but that's not how that works. In reality, the freedom of speech and freedom of thought is what it is. You can't put a bar on that, because the second you allow a bar to be put on that, well, they're just going to nuke everything. You lost the fight.
Yeah.
And it's your responsibility as a person to look at Steve and go, "You're an idiot. Hot dogs are hot dogs. They're not sandwiches."
if a hot dog is a sandwich, then chili is a soup.
Yeah, it's just whatever. We're not going to get into this dumbass debate.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm probably lagging.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm probably lagging. I don't have very good internet right now.
Yeah, I'm working just fine, as far as I know. But it's just, I don't know. Like, you can't put, you can't do that, because, like I said, once we've already allowed it, we already allowed it to happen. So the fight's lost. It's over. Those are, it's just like the Patriot Act and stuff. It's just stuff you don't get back.
Yeah. Wow.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've lost the chat. They're arguing whether hot dogs are tacos or ketchup's a
Yeah, I'm
sandwich.
just not even paying attention. I'm just talking to you, right? They just do their own thing.
That's true. That is 100%.
They took my half-ass analogy and just wrecked it. They just like, oh, this is gospel. We gotta go.
Yeah. Kyle was trying to end censorship, and they're talking about worms being forbidden spaghetti.
All right, I stand corrected on censorship.
Yeah. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you just open the gates and you let people just talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Exactly.
You dogs and cats living together. It's just pandemonium. Bologna is a hot dog pancake.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Hot dog. Anything inside bread is a sandwich. Is a corn dog a sandwich?
Valid point.
Very interesting. These are the real questions. Everybody tuned in for the paranormal, and we're out here trying to get this. The lasagna is spaghetti cake.
This is the most pointless conversation I've had in my life.
Well, I mean, the inquiring minds would like to know. There's 81 people watching right now that want to know if
there's no reason to know these answers.
Corn dog is a hot
at
dog
all,
Wellington.
ever. It's
a
like
cinnamon roll.
It's like I wish I could fully remember the line out of Joe Dirt, but it's like Joe Dirt's dad, He says, why is a posse track rear end spin both tires? It just does. Or it just is. Whatever the thing is. It just is. Just leave it alone. It is what it is.
Hot Pockets or ravioli. Is mayonnaise an instrument? And a calzone. Isn't like a Hot Pocket just a wish calzone?
I don't know. Yeah, see, Dylan's got it. How's a rainbow work? It just does.
Yeah. How do magnets work? Nobody knows.
So I mean, there's some answers that are just kind of irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
Spaghetti sandwiches are good. That's my work partner talked about spaghetti sandwiches today. What a weird synchronicity. that 2 people
That
talked
is
about
weird.
spaghetti sandwiches today. It
That
just
is
does.
weird.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
how does Posy in a Plymouth work? It just does.
It just
It's
does.
awesome.
We used to be a proper country, and then someone said a hot dog is a sandwich.
See?
A calzone is just a pizza folded in half. A hot pocket is a pastry, is it not? What about a fig Newton?
Doesn't matter.
What about a fig Newton? Is that a hot pocket?
I think here in about 10 minutes, my internet's about to fucking break.
We're gonna get blocked. We're gonna get banned by.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the blocking.
We're gonna get banned by the CIA because we're figuring out that fig Newtons are just essentially hot pockets.
No.
These are important.
No, these are the conversations they'll let unfold because they're like, look at this. Literally, they're wasting everyone's time, including their own.
We are misinformation. We
At
are
this
the
point,
distraction.
I would agree with that.
We are the distraction.
It has nothing to do with me being wrong at all.
What's your spaghetti?
Ever.
What's your spaghetti policy here? If you take ramen noodles and you put ketchup on it and you cut up hot dogs and also dump in it, is it spaghetti? Anyone? This is imposterous. That's going up on the screen here. That's money. Completely derailed. I don't even know if I'm still connected, actually, at this point.
No, you are.
It's fine. That's good. I think they're going to get it figured out.
They can.
Can't wait for the art of this show. Same. No pressure, Necro, but people are anticipating this one. This is all creepy pasta. Okay, back to aliens. Derailed isn't a strong enough term. That is correct.
No.
All right. Anyway, back to non-culinary weirdness. Yeah, again, my whole, I usually try to keep up on things about on the Twitter. All Twitter is right now is just people arguing over the hearing, the disclosure hearing.
Has there been any more, or just the one?
Just that one. And I don't know what's new. It's all kind of rehashed in the last couple weeks.
I haven't really heard much about it, but I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention.
I did post up our we had a Facebook listener send us a message in a while ago about a picture they took at Waverly Hills that shows essentially an apparition in a window across the way. I posted it on Reddit, which I knew what I was getting myself into there, but they pretty much ate that alive.
But that's Reddit. That's just what they do.
It's weird that you're in a ghost forum and you just want to just tell everybody that everything is not a ghost. Which, I mean, I'm kind of a hopeful skeptic anyway, but it's interesting. I posted it out there to see if anybody else had anything similar, and it was just people being real sad. I did get told not to peddle my little podcast on Reddit.
They're just a bunch of wham-whams.
Yeah. I'm like, man, if you're over here defending your Reddit ghost thread from podcasts, then You probably don't need to listen to my show anyway. You fucking nerd.
A lot of people get mad about that stuff, about promoting your show on other people's shit, which I understand to a degree, but you know, you don't want somebody coming in there and just spamming constantly.
Yeah, I didn't even say anything. I just said
I know.
the listener sent this to our show.
Yeah,
Like,
I
hey,
know. I know, but people they're dumb.
do better, Reddit.
Was it you that showed me the one picture of the white face that came around the door? Or did I see that somewhere else?
I don't think so.
Dang it. Because I saw a picture. It was like somebody taking I don't know where it was in the house, but it's like they took a picture of their bedroom with the door at like a 90-degree angle into the room. And it looked like pure white face peeking out from behind the door.
It's creepy.
Yeah. But they reminded me exactly what I saw that night. My garage door was open. Remember I said there was something like at the foot of the couch?
Yep.
And because I specifically said, I'm like, it wasn't like a shadowy figure. It was like a light figure. It was weird.
Yeah, that's strange. That's strange.
Yeah. So it resonated because, like I said, it was like, wow, that's weird. Because I guess you do kind of see some apparition pictures that are white, you know, not like chalk white, but like, you know, like transparent,
If you watch that
almost like smoke.
That Holes in the Sky movie, when they first see the aliens or the entities, it's out in this field and it's poking its head around a tree and it's pure white. You see its eyes first, its eyes are reflecting.
That's
And then
gross.
it does the hide behind thing and its face is white. And it actually comes across as a cryptid whenever it breaks, the news breaks. They share the video and stuff. And people, they keep calling it some kind of name, the such and such monster, but it breaks the news as like a cryptid, but it's really the aliens.
But that's a like a movie, right?
Yeah. That's fictional.
Yeah.
Maynard, no, the Kentucky meat shower wasn't the inspiration for the blob, but Monday's episode is. Monday's episode is. We were told there would be hair bands like Whitesnake and Poison and Rat and Motley Crue. Because I don't feel like we have a budget to book them.
No.
What do we think of the Bledsoe case? Real talk. We did a pretty good, quite a few shows on it. And we go down that road. Granted, this was before they totally took it and just ran the gamut with it, writing books and going on television and all that. I pretty much stand where I stood then. I do believe something absolutely traumatizing happened to the father.
I think what was it be the oldest son?
Yeah.
Because he was part of that experience as well.
I do not think it's what they think it is, the way they portray it. Granted, I haven't read the book, and I probably won't, but I might.
I've considered it.
Just to see.
If I ever get the time, I probably will. Just to see see if the story changed at all. You know, and just to get another take on the whole encounter. You know, maybe I missed something. I doubt it, but because I did a lot of digging into that one. That one had me.
I think, I know Day asked, I think that the old man is legit. I think he had a legitimate experience, and I think that the son saw dollar signs as soon as that started taking off.
I think Mr. Bledsoe is probably still experiencing things, to be 100% honest. It's just a matter of what.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't know. I just, and I don't know. You don't know why he got picked. You don't know why they're still messing with him. You don't, because you can't say that it has to come to belief because I believe in him 100%. It's just, I guess it's just one of them things. It's beyond my realm of knowledge, so to speak.
Yeah. Yep. I I don't know. The story took so many twists and turns, and I think if these beings are able to travel across galaxies, they're able to traverse dimensions. They're well beyond the means to manipulate human emotions, and I'm fairly positive that they do.
Yeah, I mean I do, but I have to believe that some of them out there are benevolent. I believe that some of them are more or less good. They have to be. Just by statistics, they have to be. Because not everyone is a nefarious piece of shit.
No, I just don't think we matter to them. I don't think our emotions. I think our
Yeah,
emotions to
but
them are
even
just a manipulation tool.
yeah, but there's still people out there today that wouldn't run over a squirrel. Squirrels don't matter
Yeah,
in the
but
grand
we're
scheme of
human
things. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because we have emotions, and I think like that's what makes us uniquely human. But that's also probably our downfall for things that are above us.
I'm sure. I don't know. I don't think that they're all emotionless. They can't be. I don't know because even animals have emotion on our planet. I just have to believe that some of them aren't nefarious, malevolent.
Bledsoe is still experiencing thing. He was on a recent Beyond Skinwalker. Yeah, I saw people. People were talking about that. He can call UFOs by his will, and it was filmed. Interesting.
It is weird. It is weird, but I've seen videos of it too. So I don't know. Like I do believe him, but you could also play devil's advocate to that as well. You could easily put the whole situation, which you can with anything in this world. You could put it all in the camp of disinformation. So there's a perfect alignment of events. They could be altered in video, and I'm not saying that's the case. So don't get the shit twisted. I'm just saying that all of that is always possible forever.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Especially when you have someone that's such a staunch believer in what they're seeing. What they're seeing is this, and there is no wavering from that. Easiest people to manipulate.
Yeah, like I said, and I said it in the episode. I've said it a million times. I believe Mr. Bledsoe. I'm. He seems like a very sweet and genuine man, and I don't doubt for a second that he's making shit up.
I just want Bledsoe to call one of those orbs down to his lawn instead of just staying in the sky. That's kind of my thoughts. I said, well, there's our answer to whatever these things are. Have him call one down.
Yeah,
He's already got his camera out. Bring it on down here. Let's see it.
there's been some crazy healings involved on his property and stuff, which is definitely unexplainable. It's great. It's fantastic. I heard. I think we talked about it. That woman got cured of stage 4 cancer, which is phenomenal. I mean, it's amazing. But I don't know. I don't know.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
It is weird.
Plants have emotions too. When their friends nearby are getting ate, they change their chemistry to make themselves taste worse. They're still alive when we eat them, so they sit in our dark tummy, dissolving and screaming.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I heard that's the smell of fresh cut grass is them releasing like pain pheromones.
Oh, that would not be cool.
I was just thinking the same thing, Maynard. We can all do the CE5 protocol. Actually, they were supposed to do a big one in Kansas City the weekend after Metacon. They're supposed to do a meetup and do a CE5. See what they could attract, but I think it got canceled.
That's a bummer.
It is very interesting. There are a lot of fresh faces, fresh cult members in here this evening. Great to have you all with us.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very interesting.
It would be interesting to try.
That would be fucking weird if you could manifest UFOs.
Absolutely.
Yep, everyone smash that like button if you're having a good time. I did see that the Newkirk's new
Saw
documentary
that too.
is coming out. The preview looks fire.
It does.
Looks awesome.
I'm not gonna lie either. It did look pretty good. It
It
looked creepy.
They know how to sink their claws into you. I'm excited for it. I'm all in. I'm gonna watch it the day it drops.
Oh, I will too. Will it be on YouTube?
Probably.
Because if not, I probably won't get to watch it.
Yeah, I bet it will be.
Like I said, I don't really have regular TV, so unless it's on Amazon.
I think it is. I think Hellier was on Amazon.
Yeah, then I might get to watch it.
Strange Road in here, kicking it. What up, Strange Road? Glad to have you, fellas. Yeah, I'm all in. It's got everything that I've really been kind of into. Haunted, cursed objects, all kinds of cool stuff. So makes me always want to check my PO box for the next creepy thing that comes our way. PO Box 145, Fieldon, Illinois. If anybody has anything that is interesting that they want to send to us, for sure.
What do you think? You want to open the lines for a little bit?
Sure.
See what we can drag in.
The weirder, the merrier. And I'm sorry if I cut out because my internet's not working and the CIA is monitoring this live.
Oh, here we go. Welcome to the night shift. What's going on?
Yo.
Well, apparently they're blocking my comments because I can't refer to a stinky little animal.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha loud and clear.
Huh.
So that is the group that this gentleman, and I'm Virgil, by the way.
Once I caught the reference, I realized who we're talking to.
Yep.
It was just a rather interesting conversation this morning with this gentleman. He's retired, and it came up with another customer, and we ended up talking for about 20 minutes. And he's a retired engineer for that top secret organization, and basically said all of the stuff they're revealing right now is old stuff. The stuff that's really cool we won't see for a while. It's all very real. He saw a aircraft that had no visible means of propulsion. And just some of the things. But the most interesting thing that caught me off guard was he said the Navy has all of the coolest weapons. A lot of it is airborne, and they really don't care about our guns because they have the ability to fly over us and put us basically in a state of suspended animation. So they could come in and take down the entire town that you're in, and you would wake up and it's all over.
That's terrifying.
I definitely believe that.
Oh yeah.
The question, well, then the question would be, why start revealing this now?
He didn't seem to have any answer for that other than he thinks they want to depopulate the earth a lot. That's his take.
And they're working with aliens.
And he also he fully believes they are working with aliens.
Okay, so there could be some other agendas that roll into that then.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, it goes to other things that we've heard too, as far as like Max Spears saying a lot of that stuff is from the government. You know, and if they have the ability to put you in the suspended state of animation, I mean, well, there you go. There's abduction shit 101 right there.
Yep.
Missing
Just
time,
thinking
all
the
that
same
stuff.
thing.
All of that stuff.
Just thinking the same thing.
It's terrifying. I hope that they don't have a plan to depopulate, because that's not very cool.
Well, he's thinking, I mean, his comment was that there's going to be another pandemic targeted specifically for the older people. I thought that was kind of a strange one.
Me and Steve rolled that around this last go when we talked off air about it once in a while, and
Who it hit the hardest, essentially.
yeah, and like Steve was saying, you know, they could essentially just keep knocking out either the elderly, or they could start working down the chain. You've heard about, I think, what was it, China? They're being able to target specific genetic markers in people. They're working on that type of virus. I mean, there's a lot of scary stuff when it comes to that. And then you almost can't prove it to a degree. You know, you just say, oh, well, Steve died of the cold, you know. I mean, it's rare.
Yeah.
It just happens, though. You know, it's unfortunate.
Yep.
Well, and even through the last pandemic, look at, you know, the rate of deaths in all of the countries increased dramatically. And those numbers were only verified because of the amount of caskets that increased the sales. You know, there was like that anomaly because so many more people were dying that the government was not saying anything about it.
Yep.
I don't know. It's all so weird. And then if you think, I mean, look at life now. I mean, we have 100% accepted COVID as a thing now. Like, it's just another flu at this point. At least that's what it gets sold as. You know, because even my company, they just treat it like the common cold now. There's no forced time off. There's no freaking out about it. Nothing. It's just, all right, yeah, you're sick. Okay, well, come in when you feel better.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, and it's scary what they're doing to us.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's just hard, you know. I like to think that in the beginning, we all just kind of overreacted a hair, and shit happens. And if you sold it like that, hey, if you're honest, I mean, yeah, it sucks, and you shouldn't have done that, but I accept that because we do all overreact from time to time. But man, the way the story keeps unfolding and moving forward, it's just like, wow.
Wow, they're out for us.
Yeah, I mean, me and Steve talked about that off there too, where it's just kind of like it. Once again, we try to be benefit of the doubt, but sometimes you look at the big picture and you're like, they almost have to be. Like, there's almost no way around this explanation anymore. Like, they have to be out for us. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't make much sense.
No, I agree with you. It's a crazy time we are living in. That's for sure. So
Understatement.
But I also found it very interesting that when I tried to type that in, nothing was popping up on the feed. And, you know, Colleen couldn't see it. She couldn't type the word up there. I mean, that's just 100% censorship going on right there in real time.
It's nuts.
Like I said, and as far as I'm concerned, we've already lost the battle with censorship. It's
Oh,
here, and the sad thing is we all kind of, even us, we're all complacent in it. We bitch about it, but that's all we ever do as a population. We just bitch about it. We don't ever actually stand up and do anything because for a plethora of reasons, and I'm not blaming one person or the next, but in a nutshell, we do kind of allow it to happen.
Yep. We are the frogs sitting in the ever warming water that eventually will do away with it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. And we all bitch about it. Hey, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot. But we don't do, I don't know. And it's hard. You could sit here and say, well, what do you do? Well, I don't know. What do you do? Some of you guys out there are way fucking smarter than me.
So far, we've just went on with our lives.
Yeah.
That's it. That's absolutely right. Well, anyway, I just thought it was an interesting conversation. It was very interesting that I couldn't post it. Thoroughly enjoy you guys. And I will let the next person call. You guys keep up the great conversations, the great work.
Love you guys.
Love you guys too.
Thanks for
Appreciate it very
calling
much.
in.
Talk to you later.
Later.
The conversation reminds me so much of all the talk that abductions and everything are the government. Like there was that X-Files episode with Critchkow where
I know which one you're talking about.
Yep, he goes through the whole thing because Mulder's like, I pulled it up right now just to read it. When Mulder's like, what about the reports of abductions? You're saying they've all been lies? Not lies exactly, but citizens taken unsuspecting and tested. A classified military project above top secret and still ongoing. You've heard the recent denials about Roswell by the military and the CIA. What's been the effect? Even wilder and more widespread belief. The American appetite for bogus revelation, Agent Mulder. But I've seen aliens. I've witnessed these things. And he says, you've seen what they wanted you to see.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, bro, there are people out there that would just shit stomp us in this game of chess. Or we're not even playing the same game, ladies and gentlemen. I will sit here and fully admit I am not outsmart many people. And it's just they hold 95% of the cards.
And if they have the ability to essentially, it's a sleep paralysis, essentially. If they have that ability, then how do you protect yourself from that? You don't.
Right. Yeah.
You don't.
Sorry, callers from New York. I just was trying to let Steve finish that thought before.
Oh, my bad.
I opened the line back up. So it's nothing personal. Nothing personal. Just trying to let Steve finish his thought. Here we go. Hey, thanks for calling the night shift. What's going on?
Yo.
Hey guys, it's Ross. What's up? Long time no speak.
What's up, dude?
So let me preface my story real quick. I'm scrolling on Facebook and I see the scene from Comedian when the guy's dancing with the little orange aliens. And so I'm tempted to watch this movie ever since watching The Hearing with the congressional leaders or whatever. And that movie had always terrified me. I was like, I'm gonna conquer my fear. I want to watch the movie. Watched it last night, fell asleep halfway, and I experienced double sleep paralysis with them same aliens coming to take me, and I just didn't know what the fuck to do.
Say nope.
Yeah,
no.
And I'm like, I know it can't be a bad dream because I can wake myself up usually, and it's like something's forced me to go back to sleep under submission, and I'm like, oh. And I woke up this morning with like a bruise on my hand out of nowhere. So, say I'm not gonna watch that movie to completion of it, but fuck that.
I don't blame you.
Oh yeah,
No. Yeah, I don't like the whole sleep paralysis stuff because it is terrifying. And these things, they just subvert their will on you, and they can, in a way, make you their bitch. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep, I feel the same way.
But yeah, I understand. Like that whole stuff they're talking about when the government with the releasing and all the confidentials, that's nothing recent. Like we should stop getting our hopes up. This is stuff that's been declassified from the 80s and downwards. This is not 2000s. This is not the late 2010s. So they just playing the game to keep us quiet because they know we're finding the truth on our own, especially with you guys and the other podcasts. They rather say the truth before they let us speak the truth. And that's a sad matter of fact right now.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree. I feel that.
But you guys keep on rocking. I just had to put my 2 pieces into it.
Right on, man. We appreciate it.
All right, stay away, guys.
Yeah,
you
stay
too.
safe, brother.
All right.
Yeah, that scene he's talking about where he's dancing with the aliens in communion, creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy. And it's weird that he was drawn to the movie, and then as soon as he watches it, essentially falls asleep.
I have heard this before, and I didn't realize that it was the first 2 years. That, Mark says they say the first 2 years of X-Files are directly from real cases per John DeSouza, the real Mulder. I didn't realize it was the first 2 years. I thought I was under the impression it was a couple episodes in the show, but obviously the more the better. I'm not going to argue that fact.
And the more the more we look into stuff and the deeper we dig, we just seem to keep being able to refer back to episodes where they're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean they have it all the time where specialty agents will come in for TV shows and brief them and give them, I can't remember any of the specific shows, but I know that they've had casework like that before.
Yeah,
where they've brought special people, the FBI in to say, hey, this is the case. Then of course Hollywood might have dolled it up a little bit, but they just turn it into an entertaining show.
Yep. Look at the pilot episode of The Lone Gunman, which is a direct spinoff of the X-Files.
Right.
Look into that. That's some crazy shit right there. Just months before it happened in real life. Some wild shit.
And then Captain Toast here makes a good point. We already have quote unquote suspended animation to some degree with anesthesia.
Yep.
You go to sleep, don't wake up for a while and forget everything that happened during. Yep. It is a valid point.
Imagine if they have that ability to put us in that suspended state just by flying over top, just by being over top of us.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and there's nothing to protect yourself against it.
No, and that's it's not a good feeling when they're like they're not even worried about your guns. They don't care.
No,
they're just gonna hit you with this woo ray and make you fall asleep.
Sleep ray.
Make you go to sleep.
Definitely worth going back and checking out, Colleen, especially now with everything that's happened and the stuff that you probably got your eyes open to the last couple of years. Seeing them put that out on national syndicate television 20, 30 years ago, it makes you really wonder, man. We should have been paying attention.
The X-Files is by far the greatest TV series of all time. It's so good.
Yeah,
it is so good. So much fun to sit and watch, especially if you're into these topics. It's just such a good ride.
I always get, not to I'm kind of bouncing back and forth on topics here, but anytime I get put out with anesthetic, I get sick as F when I wake up. Horrible sick.
I only had it once. And it's a bizarre feeling when you wake back up.
Yeah.
At least, for me it was. I got put out when they took all my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah, I haven't been under in a long time, but
me either.
Whenever I woke up, I'd always end up just puking my guts out.
I don't know what they'll do for my next surgery. I don't know if they'll put me out for it or not.
Yeah, the further into the series you get, it kind of gets a little more wonky.
Whatever, I love it. You guys are all busters. You can't bow out on X-Files.
I didn't say it to bow out. I'm just saying it's not as good as the beginning.
That's true. We got another call.
Hell yeah.
Hey, welcome to the night shift. What's going on?
Yo.
Oh, not too much. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing well. Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Well, I called you guys, I don't know, it was about a month or a little more than that, 6 weeks ago or so. I had the story about seeing the shadow figure up in the window at my mom's house years ago.
Okay.
And I wanted to share another story I had, and it's more of a Ouija board story. I know we've had a few of those lately. And my first job I ever had, I was working at the movie theater over here in Missouri. It's probably close to you guys, just south of St. Louis. And there was kind of some talk that it was haunted, and just a lot of the kids just, I guess, try to scare each other with a lot of it. But I worked there for several years and ended up being a manager with some of the other folks that I'd worked with for many years. And so one night they had a bunch of us, and we were all kind of upstairs in the projection area. And one of the girls had brought a Ouija board, and they were just wanting to, do a seance or whatever, try to talk to the ghost, because they made a name for her and all this. And so there's probably, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 of us. I can't really remember for sure. But anyway, I was raised Catholic, and my mom verbatim told me, don't fuck with that. Whatever you do, just absolutely do not. Those are basically a doorway. And a door works from both ways. If you open it, not only can you, put yourself out there, but you can let something in. So kind of when they got that out, I was just like, hey, I'll stand back. You guys have fun. I'll just kind of sit over here. And so they started messing with it and, asking different questions, this and that. And, they would, it's kind of hard to tell with some of that, just standing off. Is it really moving? Are they moving it? What have you. But they kind of went on, just asking different questions. And, they supposedly got a little bit of the story of the ghost that was there or whatever. But after a while, there was one of the girls that was there, and actually, I think she was the one that brought it, if I recall. But she was always kind of one to just push the boundaries of just about anything that she did. And so she started, saying, hey, do something to let us know you're here, yada, yada. She kind of kept asking. And just all of a sudden, there was a cabinet that was up there. I don't even remember what was in it, but just a bunch of random junk. And I mean, it sounded like someone just nailed the side of that thing with a sledgehammer. And I mean, it made all of us jump. We're all kind of freaking out. And but she thought it was the best thing in the world. She kind of thought, well, heck, something's here now. So she kind of kept asking it to, poke her or pull her hair or do something. And, I just kind of kept egging this thing on. And it was like kind of nothing was happening. And then she just all of a sudden stood up and just had this look on her face and was just like, hey, I got to go. And, we're all kind of like, well, what's the deal? And it was me and one of the other managers went over to see what was going on. There was a bathroom up there that she kind of ran to. And we went over there to check on her, and she was spitting up blood into the sink. And I mean, we were freaking out. And I mean, I guess, yeah, she could, if she really wanted to, bit her tongue or something just for the dramatic effect. But this girl, like I said, just kind of wanted to take things over the top as it was. However, she just the look on her face, you could tell she was petrified. She was just white as a damn ghost. And, she was just like, I'm done. We're done. And, by that point, everyone else kind of heard us, talking and came over and saw her spitting up blood in the sink. I mean, it wasn't like huge amounts, like we had to be concerned for, but, it was like, holy crap. And after that, we all kind of ran over and they shut the board down. And, that was the end of that for that night. I think they said that girl actually ended up becoming a manager later on, right after I had quit. And she was friends with my wife, who also worked at the theater. Well, we weren't married at the time, but and she had just talked about, they had ended up doing several more and supposedly got more aspects to the story of the ghost that, live there and all that. But I didn't really hear much of it past that. Like I said, I had quit soon after that as it was. But yeah, that one definitely got me. Like I said, I had never messed with the Ouija board, never been around one, and ever since then, definitely haven't been around one.
That's that's wild. You'd have to be very committed to your theatrics to injure yourself to just try to freak people out.
I think so too. Like I said, she was just, and she was kind of one of them girls that it's kind of a woman power thing. Nothing wrong with that, but just it was just one of those that again she'd do just about anything, but she wasn't one to show much emotion. That's what I was really trying to say in that sense. But I mean, you could tell like she was freaked out. But I think it was kind of like a dual reaction for her. Not only did that happen, but I think it almost made her like kind of more interested in it. Like something happened. Can we make something happen again? Kind of deal. But nothing like that ever happened again, at least to my knowledge.
She's a squirrely one. If she's the type that's like, well, let's see what else we can make happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, she was just one to push things beyond the envelope. That's for sure.
Yeah, because if it's making my mouth bleed, I don't think I'm trying to mess with it.
Well, and that was the weird thing too, is that because you could tell that she was just physically spitting up blood. It's not like it was from a cut or something. How you'd spit a little bit out and then it would kind of taper off for a minute before it built back up. I mean, spitting out globs of blood into the sink. It was quite horrific.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yes. And I had already kind of told them whenever they broke that out, I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing this. I haven't none of this. I'll set off to the side. And it was kind of like didn't want to add insult to injury at that point. But it was like, I told you guys, man, you shouldn't fuck around with those things.
Yeah, I'm with that. And we've heard worse stories, where people have messed with them and it's really affected people's health and their overall lives. Like their lives just went to shit.
Well, you had the one where the guy that rode in a while back from Florida or something, his buddy ended up dying, and they couldn't connect it to that, but there's very suspicious timing, I suppose.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Like it doesn't seem to have a lot of benefits in playing with it.
No, I can't see, unless you're into the occult and you're, trying to do it for the purpose of, summoning something for whatever reason.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, like I said, you'd had a number of those stories lately and just wanted to add mine into the mix. So hope everyone enjoyed it, and I'll be listening still.
Awesome. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, thank you so
guys
much.
have a good one.
Stay weird, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. See you
later.
I know I make the analogy every time we start to talk about it, but a lot of people use these things as a window to look in to the paranormal, to communicate through, but sometimes those windows are a door, and things like to move through doors.
I agree. I feel like when used in specific ways, it's probably a pretty dangerous tool.
Yeah, essentially you're, like I was talking to Ed about it, you're opening your body up to be the conduit for whatever these things are, because it's moving the planchette through you.
Yeah.
You are becoming the vessel for it to communicate.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah, especially I would be willing to put money that 95% of people that mess with them don't really know what the fuck they're doing.
No.
I would be one of them people.
I was gonna say I wouldn't.
Wouldn't have a clue about how to protect yourself and all that jazz. Nope, not an idea.
I wouldn't. I know Emily, who hangs out in the Facebook group, there is a talking board museum here in Alton, just a little one. They've got some old talking boards there. I need to go check it out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, Burb's
That would be
thinking
pretty
about
interesting.
making a video using the Ouija board.
It's
let
I
us
don't know, it's just one of them things.
maybe it'll make an interesting night shift call afterwards.
Might.
But I do need to figure out. Do need to go check that out. I'd like to see some of the old ones. And like I said, it's interesting to me that some of the earliest mass marketed ones from the 20s was right here out of St. Louis. I would love to find and get my hands on one of those.
I wonder if, I don't know really how to explain this, so I'll explain it the best way I can. I wonder if an individual, if an individual is, I'll use the phrase divinely protected, or just overall has a thick plate of armor on. And if they were to try to use a Ouija board, if nothing would happen because they are so protected. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you make a
I
good
got
point
you.
about them being the vessel. Well, what if you're so protected?
You can't communicate.
Yeah.
I got you. I don't know. I feel like it would fall further into their intentions if they wanted to communicate. To just kind of open that up, I feel like they would be able to, especially someone like that metaphysically sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would be able to probably make and break the communications easier than anybody else. Oh man. Yep.
Hey, welcome to the night shift. What's going on?
Yo.
Hey guys, well, how's it going?
Good.
What's
How are
up?
you?
Good, good. I'm a long time listener and a big time fan. Sorry for the heavy breathing. I'm just getting off the treadmill here.
No, you're
Hey,
good.
but I got a couple cool stories about how things happened. I grew up in Arizona, and obviously we get a lot of people calling in about interesting things happening out here, and I want to relay a couple of them. And yeah. So when I was a kid, we were kind of poor, and we lived in housing that was provided by my dad's company, and we had these new neighbors roll in, and my mom was talking to them. We were like, "Yeah, you got the big house and on the corner," and they're like, "Yeah, it's great. You guys want to trade?" Like within a day or two of them moving in. And so my mom took them up because we were a bigger family than them, and we moved in. And like almost immediately, weird shit started happening. My brother yelled at me to come home because they heard a ghost, and it was literally ooh. I thought, you got to be shitting me! What kind of ghost is this? And sure enough, it was really ooh. And then there was little bells, like in one of those horror movies where you hear little bells, and we heard that. And it would happen every few weeks. And but it wasn't anything more than that. But around the same time, I thought the Hat Man was just something that I made up in my mind. But what I saw, do you remember the show Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I saw out of the corner of my eye, but it was running fast. And it was always out of the corner of my eye. I could never get a good beat on it, but I just thought it was just something that I saw, and my mind was playing tricks on me. And it's sort of, all of this sort of built up into a few different things. One of our neighbors was saying that something came in his window and sat on him and almost suffocated him. And as quickly as it sat on him, it left. And I'm sure you guys have heard stories about that, and it was just the weirdest thing. But what happened at our house is I heard something climb the side of the house and just start stomping around on the roof. And we were pretty remote, so there was really nobody that could have been doing this. And I never got to see what it was, but it was always really interesting. It scared the shit out of me. I lost a lot of sleep over it because it didn't just happen once; it happened 5 or 6 times. So I just wanted to relay that. And then I have like a bone. It chilled me to my bones story. If you want to listen to it for a little bit.
For sure.
Okay, so when I was about 12 or 13, my uncle said that he and his harvesting group were way out in a remote field, and this light came out of the sky. And it was an orb, and it just dropped down out of the sky, and it hit everybody's combine, and it shut it off. And then it flew off to another field, and then it flew up, and the tractors wouldn't come on until the next morning. And, and he said that he had never seen anything like it, and they never saw anything like it again. And I asked my mom about it. This was before my uncle died. My mom was like, "Your uncle's full of shit. Don't listen to him. None of that shit is true." And a few years ago, I was talking to this old man, and he said, "Yeah, I worked with your uncle on the harvesting crew, and we were out way beyond so-and-so, and this weird thing happened where this light came out of the sky, and it shut everything off, and it took off. But one of our other coworkers in another tractor, it was a brand new tractor, it went there and shut off that other tractor, and then it got in front of a truck, and it blew up and it went off into the sky." And I was like, "Whoa, my uncle was telling the truth." And the old man was like, "Yeah, your uncle was telling the truth, and it really happened." But that's just par for the course for Arizona. Crazy shit happens out here, and it doesn't really scare you. You just look at it and move on. So that's what I got.
That's awesome that the story ends up getting verified there, that somebody else seen it and experienced it with your uncle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that one of your stories from earlier reminded me of my story. The
Same thing I thought of.
The feet slamming on the roof. I've had the same thing happen to me.
Do you know what it is?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. But I remember thinking, I was young. I had been at least 16. I thought somebody was trying to break into the house. I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. And then it even further, another one that reminded me of something Steve told me a long time ago. He talked about the story of the creature crawling into the window and sitting on the chest and about suffocating him. I mean, it sounds like it's reminiscent of a couple of things like the night hag, but the one it specifically reminded me of was when Steve was telling me about a abduction story, and this dude felt something crawling up his bed, and he thought it was his cat, but he remembered the cat was outside, and when he peeked his eyes open, he saw like a little gray alien crawling up his bed, like on top of him. And he just kept his eyes, he closed his eyes again. And I remember exactly where the story went from there, but it reminded, because the way Steve described it in this story, this thing was climbing on top of him to sit on top of him. So it's really, really gross description.
Yeah, that's precisely, you guys get this all day, but that's why your show is my favorite show, because a lot of the things that happen to you or what you discuss on the show is I'm either a party to it or I know people that it has happened to. So you sort of validate that I'm not just seeing things or just feeling things, because nearly everything that you bring up, it's like, it's not news to me, but I think it's just pretty awesome that other folks are, while they might be scared of it, it's never really going to hurt you, I don't think, in my eyes at least.
It's wild that you guys out there just take it in stride. Like you just go with it.
And
yeah, I mean, just go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, honestly, you all you listeners that share your experiences validate it for us as well.
Yeah.
It's just as wide as it is tall. When we hear everyone like getting the confidence to come forward with their experiences, it makes our experiences just hold that much more weight in water.
Yeah, I've debated calling into your show multiple times because we have, I've got so many experiences to share. And just what you're bringing up, it reminds me of something else. I mean, I can go on all day about this, but we got other people to get to. So I just, I want to say thanks for giving me time to speak. And if I come up with anything else that I remember, I'll call in.
Awesome.
Right on.
Thanks.
right on.
Thanks a ton for calling in.
All
Yeah,
right,
stay
thank you.
stay
Have a good night.
safe.
Thank you.
When he started talking about it walking on the roof, I immediately I just step back. I'm gonna let Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle come
I
in on
thought
this
I
one.
thought the exact same thing. As soon as he said it, I'm like, dude, that's just like what I went through.
It's so weird.
Mine got a little bit more intense, after the roof part, but regardless, a lot of similarities there.
And the Gulf Breeze encounter, if you read that book, it's got a lot of similarities with everything else that kind of ties in. It's weird. I'm trying to think about like what the orb of light could have been that just disabled all of the farming equipment. That's strange because you hear it in UFO encounters. People on the road in their vehicles, their cars getting disabled and shit.
Well, and furthermore, you hear about them little nefarious orbs. They're little assholes. Like if
Yeah.
it's not, if the orb itself is not the craft, but we hear the individual stories of like little softball sized orbs. Some of them are crazy aggressive, and some of them they almost seem curious, like they're just investigating shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you hear like red color, blue color.
And you hear it in
different.
so much of the phenomena.
Yeah.
UFOs, missing people, Bigfoot, all of it. They're just linked in. And I don't know, man. It's bizarre. It makes you wonder, is it some sort of energy force? Is it a life form? Is it a craft? Like what
Heck,
are
for
they?
all I know, it could be the UFOs drones, essentially. I have no idea. And to think of it like he's saying it's a life force just makes you feel gross.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
because
weird.
they're dicks.
It's strange.
Definitely.
It is strange. Especially now that like it's being brought out more and more into the mainstream. More and more into the mainstream about these orbs and such. Like in the Bigfoot community. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. That's weird that they are acknowledging it. Because I know, like the BFRO, they like to boop, boop, push those things off to the side.
Oh, we got. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. We got some live action, everyone. Some live action. My email just went off. Right?
Cool.
So, since you're probably watching Agent Smith, our friend Agent Smith just emailed us at 9:33.
Cool.
And the title is August 1st, 23. I guess we were mistaken in thinking that you gentlemen lived by the edifying words you speak. The words you speak for the world to hear. To us, the words we speak into the ether are just as binding as a soul contract. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You gentlemen requested private correspondence, but it seems as if you decided that your time is of greater value than ours. You both should know that by now, manifesting us into your existence for entertainment purposes is strongly disadvised. We're listening. We're listening.
Oh, so they are 100% claiming to be egress then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
But no proof of it. Well, Agent Smith, clearly you feel that your time is more important than ours because I have emailed you multiple times looking for some sort of proof and validation that you never responded to. Instead, you just send us some more cryptic horseshit. So, manifest that.
I mean, I agree. And you wanted us to drive to the crossroads. And then you gave us some busted ass riddle about how tall the corn gets. I don't care.
some bogus fucking code. Like, just say it. Just tell us. Like, you know how to contact us.
Yeah.
I love it. Strongly disadvised. Ooh. Threaten me more, Egress Daddy.
Manifest
Fucking
you into our
busters.
existence. Okay.
You
The
both
date's
should
wrong.
know. You're in our existence now, fella.
Yeah, you got the date wrong.
No, that's when he told us we were supposed to go down there, right?
I don't know.
Till the corn, whatever that's. Let's play the game. Email's open. Fucking Mr. Smith, whatever the fuck.
Oh, that was our deadline to drive all the way down there?
Yeah, remember until the corn is the corn in Illinois is not 6 feet high yet. So sorry about you.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's funny that he just waits.
And
Here we
I'm
go.
not gonna get into a big fucking debate, but
No, it's you have until the corn there. You have until the fields grow 6.5 feet tall to decide. So make up your mind. Decide where we're going here. If you want to call people out about not living by the edifying words that you speak, blah blah blah.
well, and furthermore, then the date is irrelevant. Unless all corn gets 6.5 feet by yesterday.
Well, they said Lammas Day. I don't know what,
What the
when
fuck that means?
Lammas Day is. I don't know, bro. Are you ready to devote? Oh, that was funny though.
Yeah.
I guess we were mistaken in thinking that you gentlemen live by the edifying words you speak.
Well,
Hey, we were told by Egress.
you
that
don't
we
even
need-
speak how Egress actually spoke. So
bro. I got the messages on the phone. Do not listen to anyone claiming to be from Egress unless they have a badge or they call that number.
valid point. So
So, I've given you the chance. I've sent you. I said we are not playing this game. Show me a badge. Not playing this game. Show me a badge. And all you do is this.
it's a valid point. It is a valid point.
Lammas Day was the first. Harvest Day. Lammas these nuts.
I ain't got no llamas.
Llamas are fucking weird anyway. But I guess we missed our chance. I guess I should have probably called off work
Oh.
and went to the Devil's Crossroads.
Yeah, it is what it is.
No, I really, 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 really fuck with the passive aggressive threats at the end.
Yeah, just there's no need for that.
No, it's funny. It's humorous. It's someone trying to be a ha-ha little funny guy trying to get some clout. You should both know that by now that manifesting us into your existence for entertainment purposes is strongly disadvised. Well, we've already done it. So disadvise that.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. That's a great phrase, Darth.
Fucking do better. Do
There's
better.
a whole lot of like holes in your little thing there.
Yeah.
Like talk about manifesting. Well, I mean, kind of a two-way street there, big dog. Because you took the time to email us.
That's what I'm saying. Like, pick a cooler spot.
Want to take another call?
Sure. I'll take another email too if they're listening. Come get it.
Hey, welcome to the night shift. What's going on?
Yo.
Howdy, guys.
What's up?
What's up?
Well, night shifting.
Yeah.
All
Night
that
shifting.
Mr. Smith. Mountain Man CJ. Been a while.
Yes, sir.
And the line's been clear for a little while, so I figured I would kind of throw some to you guys, a little bit of a Twiz action.
All right.
Earlier today. chatting about all of the UFO alien things on everyone's lips. And he brought something before me that I'd never really heard before. We were just out cruising in the country like you do, and we had the radio on. And, you know, I was tapping my foot along to the beat, and he said, well, why do people do that? Why are we so sensitive to beats where it can like hack your brain and you start tapping along or marching along and you don't even realize? And we started just kind of tumbling down the rabbit hole. Is beats or consistent sounds, feelings like vibrations hitting your chest, something like that. Is that a control mechanism? Is that something, if we are a seed race from the aliens, like a leftover trigger or something? And of course, that spiraled on into why humans are so aggressively attracted to symmetry in such an asymmetric world. We all live in exactly square boxes inside of bigger square boxes. There's no straight lines, there's no perfect squares in nature. And if you were living in a room with a 10-foot wall and an 8-foot wall on different sides, it would be bad for your brain. It would freak you out, right? Or the one the one that really got him was if you only clip your toenails on one side, that sends a shiver down like everyone's spine, right?
Yeah, I can get behind that. I do like symmetry.
I never really thought about why it's so appealing to us though, but it is to everybody.
We are obsessed with symmetry in a completely asymmetric reality. And so we were kind of pitching around, well, where does that come from? Why? And that's sort of what I was finally setting up for you guys is, where does that come from? Why do we have that? Because it's so contrary to the world that we live in.
Yeah, because like if you were to run it like we have instincts, right? From ingrained in us from centuries past.
Mhm.
But symmetry wouldn't necessarily fall anywhere on that list. Like it's not a necessary thing to survive.
I mean, you think like we were in caves and then in lean-tos and teepees. We just sort of arbitrarily, at some point, decided all of our houses need to have perfect square lines and all of our fields and all of our farms have to be in perfect tracks. And why? It just sort of happened.
It is weird.
It is weird, man.
It's got my brain stumped.
I think, and symmetry catches our eye. You know, it
Yeah.
just naturally pops out to us. Like, I don't know why that's appealing. That's weird. I mean, it's 100% accurate, but I never really thought about it as anything like that. You know, like why rhythms stand out, and we are drawn to them and think about them, and why symmetry is easier on the eyes.
Well, it's not even just the eyes, it's something intrinsic to us. Like it freaks us out to be asymmetric, to be out of control. It's disturbing.
Yeah, I can attest to that to a degree. Like if I was working on an image or like building your desk or something, like it to be lopsided drives me fucking nuts. Even if it's just like barely off, drives me insane. I can't stand it.
Mm-hmm. But there's no level flat ground anywhere in the world.
Right.
Like a caveman wouldn't, or would he? You know, where does it come from? And of course, I started going all the way down the rabbit hole and sort of thinking, well, is like I kind of threw in earlier, is the predilection for symmetry and especially the beat or the rhythm thing, is that left over from something other than our evolution or our time here. If we're a constructed race or if we're in the Matrix or what have you, that would make it's the only explanation that I could possibly come up with, is it being introduced instead of developed. And what an amazing tool it would be to play a beat or a rhythm. Doesn't even have to be in a frequency that we can hear, and then we would all fall in line naturally. You don't even have to fight. You are pretty much just taken over, like the involuntary marching band.
That's terrifying to think about too. And like, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird because we got a constant rhythm beating inside of us. The heartbeat is constantly there, keeping time to our life, just the cadence of our existence.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I never
It is
even thought about it, honestly, until just now.
Yeah. Well, apparently I got you guys thinking, got you guys stumped, which is what I intended to do. So I think I'll cut the line and let you jabber about it.
All right. Well, we appreciate it.
Heck yeah. Stay safe, boys.
You too.
You as well. It's, I don't know what makes things like that makes us so receptive to them, makes them so palatable for us.
I can't even touch on the symmetry, other than like symmetry could be equated, not is, but could be equated to a form of perfection. And then the beat,
beauty.
Yeah, beauty, exactly, like perfection, beauty. Yes, absolutely. And then the beat, I could just explain it in my way of music has been a form of everything for ever. I mean, it's like noise, creating noise. You have like war drums and stuff from back in the day. Like noise like that can explain emotion and so many different things. So that could be one explanation to it.
It's really got my wheels turning now.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert in any of that either, so it could be
because you catch rhythm in everything. It doesn't even have to be music, essentially.
Yeah.
Even just like your tires going over the road.
Yep.
It stands out. It's weird. Patterns, replication. Yep.
It is weird though. How you
I
will
thought
catch it.
I know it's getting late, but I'll throw this out there right at the end just to see what the chat says. I thought about this. I was listening to I don't know, some alien encounter. Anyway, the encounter had to do with people actually recovering a body of an alien. I don't know if it was the Brazil encounter or the Zimbabwe encounter, but anyway, they got a body, took it in, got it x-rayed, this, that, and the other. The question I was going to ask is, if you knew of the existence of extraterrestrial, you were a doctor, you did the x-rays, you hauled the body, in any kind of connection whatsoever, that you knew 100% that it was real, if the MIB, the government, whatever, came to you and offered you a fat stack of cash and said, this did not happen, would you take it and never talk about it again?
That's a hard one.
Knowing that they would, I mean, now that you are in the know, they're going to constantly monitor you anyway, but you take that money, they're going to be listening to every word you say, every move you make, everything you do will be consistently.
I'm saying, yeah, I'll take it. And I got an explanation as to why I'd take it too.
So they're gonna be watching you anyway.
Well, yeah. But think about it like this. Dylan says, nope, either way, I'm dead.
Hell yeah.
But let's say they approach you and you decide not to take that money. Right? You want to be the hero. You want to disclose. What are they going to do to you? Take killing out of the table.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to fuck your life.
Yeah.
They're going to discredit you at every single turn they can, possibly find a reason to throw you in prison. They're going to come at you with everything they have.
Yeah.
And imagine how shitty it would be if you were just in like me. I have a very simple way of living. I'm nothing extra at all. But what if they just fabricated some nonsense to separate my family? Just a divorce. That ruins my life.
Yep. They can
You
make it
know?
definitely not a fun time.
That's what I mean. So, I mean, I'm with the people in the chat here. If it's enough money to never have to work again, I'm probably fucking with it. I'm probably fucking with it.
Bro, you just unload them duffel bags of cash in the back room, and what alien you talking about, bro?
That's what I'm saying, right?
What
And then there's,
alien you talking
and
about?
hey, you could also look at it from a devil's advocate point of view. I mean, it was to say I don't find another way to prove it.
Yeah,
Or
I was just,
or maybe things pan out and you get to be a dude on the inside. They're like, all right, well, Kyle, since you kept your mouth shut, we need you to start running autopsies and shit on these bodies. We need you to start. You're working for us now.
you're gonna be the alien mule.
I mean, is it that bad, right?
Depends on what the pay is. I've done worse for less.
That's what I'm saying. Like you might get brought in on the inside, or ultra worst case scenario, they just clip you.
Oh,
You're done.
and you're looking at it from that point of view. You're really just getting paid to know.
Yeah,
You're getting
valid point.
paid to have your question answered.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, it would be crazy to have that happen. I mean, that's just essentially you're just describing winning the Powerball, or the lottery. At that point, I mean, it sucks that most people aren't going to get to know the truth, but
Yeah.
to a mini degree, we all live that life anyways.
Yeah. I mean, at least you would know.
Right.
Yeah. Damn, it's almost 2 hours deep, folks.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
We've
That
been
means
rolling.
it's time to go to bed and get up and go to work.
Yahoo. Well, since it is that time, I want to thank everybody that called in to share their encounters,
It is appreciated.
chat with us, kind of expand our perspective a little bit. Thanks to everyone in the chat for hanging out, making it awesome, even through the culinary weirdness we had going on in there. Support all the content creators that pop in and out of here. Bigfoot Society, Strange Road, Necro, Mound Builder, Burton, all of them. You know them all by now. They're all pretty regulars in here. And yeah, thanks for kicking it. It's been another good Wednesday. So, hope you all have a safe rest of your week. Check it out Monday for another interesting sky falling episode, which did inspire the Blob Maynard. Funny that you bring that up. And Tuesday, this episode will drop, and we'll see you next Wednesday. So until then, Hollow Cult, friends, family, stay safe, stay weird, and don't make passive-aggressive threats on the internet.